guys, so I've got my very good friend Sal. Oh boy, we did a written interview, and Sal got in touch and he said, let's do this video interview. Let's get it out. Let's try and share more, knowledge, more, real talk about digital innovation, something that's really changing, especially the way we look into the future. And as Sal, he's a great guy. He came along. We got this written interview done. He shared his 2 cents about what's going on in digital, and we thought we'll get a nice video put together to tell people and tell my followers, because it's all about my followers. It's all about my audience. They matter to me. It's not about me. It's about them, about what is going on. So this is just a short 10-minute snappy video telling people about Sal's views on digital innovation, and ready to rock and roll, man. Let's get the ground started. Let's hear Sal's views on this. It's all knowledge. Let's hear it. It's great to have you, Sal.
Excellent. Thank you, Naz. I appreciate you giving us this opportunity. Hey, digital innovation is the biggest thing, right? It's the biggest thing since the Industrial Revolution. There has been nothing that has impacted organizations, individuals, societies, governments, civilians, the military, more than digital innovation. I mean, think back to 20 years ago before the internet was there, right?
I know, things have vastly changed, haven't they, Sal?
Absolutely. And it's continuing to. If you look at all industries, if you look at medicine, today you can do remote medicine. You can do remote diagnosis. You can use robotics to perform operations on people. Right? Drones are being used to deliver blood in remote areas of Rwanda in Africa. I mean, so it has touched every single person. And for the most part of the situation, it has all been positive.
I mean, you just touched upon a few points there. We'll go a little bit deeper into the fundamentals. But yeah, you're for sure, Sal. I mean, this is why we're doing this interview, right? We're telling people the changes, educating them, passing on this knowledge. So tell me, deeply, what is digital innovation, in a nutshell? How's the world changing?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, what it is it's leveraging technology to create new business models and to do things that were not done before. So I'll give you an example, right? Look at the days of Blockbuster, where you needed to go to a physical brick and mortar store and get a video cassette if you wanted to watch a movie, right?
That's a great example. I'm sure my audience will resonate to that.
Exactly. And what happened, right? What happened? Netflix came and digitally innovated and created a new business model where they started streaming videos and movies through the internet. And that completely killed Blockbuster because it was better for the
business, right? They went bankrupt.
Exactly. They went bankrupt. Yeah, it was better for the business. It was more convenient for the customer, right? So that now I don't have to go to a store. I can go and look at it on my phone, or I can watch it whenever I want, right? So more convenience, better model. The distribution cost is eliminated because now you can reach a global audience, whereas earlier on you were limited by the people that lived near the store.
And so what happened to Netflix? The stock prices went up. They got more people than ever to watch films, right? Online.
Exactly. And if you recall, Netflix in the beginning used to start off with an option where you could mail out CDs or DVDs. You would
I used to be one of those guys.
Right. You would get them in the mail. And then after they found that to be picking up, then they went into the streaming service. Right? And now it has gone to an even higher state when you go to if you go in a plane, right? And you take a flight. Now they don't have the the screens on the seats, because everybody has their own personal devices and you can look it up on your phone or wherever you want.
I mean, Netflix is a great example,
Exactly. So that is how you've created a new model. It's linked to red oceans and blue oceans. Red oceans are crowded and everybody is fighting, trying to get a small piece of the pie. The blue ocean is where you use digital innovation and technology to create a new space which is uncharted, which is virgin, which you have, it is uncontested. That is what Netflix did, and that's what digital innovation is all about.
What a great answer, Sal. I'm sure the audience have just totally, I think, enthusiastic about this all to learn this knowledge. You know, a lot of people still don't grasp this terminology and how the world is changing. And this is why we do these
Yeah,
short, snappy videos. And I'm sure me and Sal are going to do a few more of these, hopefully. But you know, in a nutshell, guys, that's what digital innovation is. Now, you know, Netflix is probably a great example, but look at Uber. I mean, if you look at the taxi business now, it's
yeah,
people are going out of work because Uber now is, you know, changing the taxi world. That's another form, right?
absolutely. So the cost of a yellow cab taxi medallion in New York City 10 years ago was over $10 million.
Right.
And today, nobody takes that anymore, right? Because you take Uber. Why? Because it is more convenient. You can order it on your phone. They tell you where the car is. You can customize it, and it's cheaper. So remember, these are the common themes. When it is better for the consumer and it is
Go
better
on.
for the business, you cannot stop it. It is going to happen. Technology is an enabler, right?
Right.
But technology alone cannot do it. It has to be a win-win for everybody concerned.
I think the consumer is going to win at the end of this all because they want something easy. Like you say, you know, you just have to touch the phone of your app and
Yes,
your taxi service Uber is there. And people want convenience, right? That's what digital innovation is, to make things more easier for people to buy, right?
absolutely. I mean, look what we are doing today, right now, using Zoom. How difficult would this have been 15 years ago? I
Oh,
would
right.
have to
Yeah,
go to a
for sure.
studio, right? We wouldn't be able to do this, but
No.
this is technology. This is innovation.
What was an email service today the other day is now becoming a video conference, and
Exactly. Exactly.
it's a prime fundamental. So tell me a little bit about, you know, your three step process of digital innovation looking forward. How are you seeing the world digitally change?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I think that what is important is first to understand which segment you're going to play in, and that's very important. And what do I mean by that? You cannot be everything to everyone. If you
Right.
do if you do that, then you're a commodity, and commodities, nobody cares about commodities, right? So you need to really figure out carefully which segment do you want to operate in. Do you want to be in the B2C segment, which is the business to consumer, or do you want to be in the B2B segment, which is business to business, or do you want to be in the P2P segment, which is peer to peer,
Right.
right? You need to quickly and figure out which space you want to operate in. Facebook, for example, is in the B2C segment, right? That's where they play. Apple is again in the B2C segment, right? Oracle is in the B2B segment. Okay, Dell is kind of in both, right? They have
B to C,
consumer
B to B.
business as well as B2B. So my point is, you need to really figure out where your core competency lies,
Yeah.
and once you know that, then you look at the existing model and see how can you do it better. Okay, how can you change it, and you leverage technology as a tool to help you change it. And then once you've got that, then you market it, and then you commercialize the technology, and then you sell it, and then it keeps building and it keeps growing.
That's really interesting. So in terms of the way the world's changing now, I mean, let's tell the audience what is the future holding? You know, what's the future holding in this space?
So the future is where I can travel from Austin, Texas to London, England in 2 hours. Okay, that's the future. Now, when think about this, before the time there were automobiles and roads, people used to ride on horseback, right? But
I
once
mean,
roads
you would
and
look
the
at the
steam,
horse bank where we used to deliver postal services in
exactly,
those days, and things used to change. And then we had, the automobile service, and now we have the digital FedEx service, the
exactly,
DHL, which is
yeah.
very convenient. Yeah,
So transportation is going to become
moving
far more
faster.
efficient. Yes, it's going to become more efficient. And as a result of that, people will start, the world will become closer, right? It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in the city. You don't have to live in London. If I can get to London in 2 hours, I can live anywhere. That's going to strengthen the economy. That's going to improve the areas that were underdeveloped previously. And it's going to have huge ramifications, right?
So you think
So
speed is everything, Sal?
speed is important. Yes, it is important. It's not everything. You have to have quality too,
Right.
right? Uh, but speed is important, right? I mean, uh, so that's one very big area. I think the second area is in the area of medicine and
Right.
healthcare, right? That is huge, right? Because we have a shortage of doctors today, and uh, there are people that live in remote areas where there is no doctor.
No.
And but if I can be sitting at the comfort of my home, consulting with a specialist who's the best in what they do, that's huge, right?
That's
That's
huge.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of uh,
Elaborate on the healthcare a little bit, Sal. Just make this sort of
yeah,
quick and short. But what do you mean
yeah,
healthcare in terms of the digital?
yeah. So by healthcare, I'm talking about medicine, improving human lives,
Right.
solving diseases, finding cures, getting more efficient in the medication, making the medication more effective, right? Reducing the gap between being sick and getting well.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff happening in that space with digital, in terms of how people are becoming more efficient in delivering medicine and more efficient in consuming medicine, both.
Wow. And in terms of digital money, I mean, we've got the blockchain
uh,
happening now. We've got
exactly,
how now
cryptocurrency, and yeah,
the internet was the information days, and now people are
yeah,
saying the digital is turning into now
yeah,
a more financial way. How would you see that in terms of digital
absolutely,
innovation?
yeah. I mean, hey,
The
how
way
many people
money moves is
uh,
like the way information moves now.
exactly, how many people carry cash today?
Not
Very
many,
few.
very
Yeah,
few.
very few. You've got Apple Wallet and you've got your
Bitcoin wallet,
Starbucks,
whatever. Yeah,
Bitcoin. Yeah, so you don't need that, right? So new models of payment are coming into the equation, and
amazing.
new stores of value are coming into the equation. So people are starting to. It's really changing everything.
It
It's
is
amazing.
changing,
It's
yeah. I mean, this is why we're
yeah,
doing this video. Guys, I hope you're tuning into this. This is an amazing conversation about digital innovation, telling people exactly where the way the world is changing. And we're just
yeah.
talking about digital money, and Sal touched upon healthcare and many, many aspects. You look at digital money now, that's the way forward, Sal? Blockchain and
Yeah, it absolutely is. And quite frankly, we don't know all the answers yet. There are new innovations happening daily that are not even out yet. So if I were to tell you that I can predict everything, I would be lying, right?
right.
There's going to be new stuff that we're not even aware of. But in general, that's the direction where things are going. Making people more productive,
And
making them more efficient. Businesses are getting smarter. Businesses can tailor make their product depending on who you are and where you are. Think
a
about that
quick
for a minute.
and a quick one about digital transformation. What's the news there?
Yeah. So uh, imagine this. You know, you're driving in your car and you suddenly pass by a grocery store and you get an alert on your phone because the grocery store knows that in your refrigerator you're running low on milk.
Right.
So you get an alert that, hey, there's a special going on this milk where you can get 2 gallons for 50 cents off. That's what I'm talking about, right? Where everything gets integrated and information is shared and collated to make life a better experience for you.
They call it the data society.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, guys, I hope you enjoy this short, snappy video. One more question, Sal. Where is the future heading? I mean, where are we going with this now? Can you give us some sort of idea in terms of what to look out for and, break it down in terms of the future?
Yeah, I think we need to be adaptable. We need to be flexible. We cannot hold on to the old ways of doing things. If you want to survive and you want to thrive, you have to embrace the new. You have to let go of the old. You need to make space for the new. The people that will not do that will flounder like dinosaurs. So my advice, and I'm trying to do this myself every single day: be flexible, be open, adopt to change, move
Right.
fast, move quickly, and try out new things. You may not like it, but you may like it. But you gotta be open to trying.
Are people
As long
scared?
as you're Oh, yes, there are people that are scared. Yes. Some people, they don't want to have phones. They still want to have a flip phone, right? I mean, they don't want to get email on their phone. They don't want to get text messages on their phone. I saw somebody, I almost laughed yesterday. I was at a restaurant and I saw this guy pull out a pager and
Right.
he was checking his text on the pager. That's ancient, right?
That's
Nobody does that
instant.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So technology is great. Embrace it. Okay. Not all of it is going to be good. Not all of it may be meaningful to you, but the majority of it will be. So enjoy it, and it's going to be fun.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. Quick, short, snappy video. We thought we'd just go live and run this, unedited, straight to the point. I'm sure my audience are going to love it. Nearly 30,000 followers. So do follow me. I'm growing quite fast in this area. And there's a lot of guys that are, tuning in to these videos that I do. Sal, it's a privilege to have you, buddy. It's great to hear your knowledge. It's always
Thank
welcome.
you.
So I hope we do another one of these. And hey, look, digital innovation. I see a lot of things happening in the next 5 to 10 years, especially with digital money and the way blockchain is changing the world. So, privileged to have you, buddy, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Sal.
Thank you, Des. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. See you guys. Bye.